Hello and welcome. This is the complete guide to the Youth Academy and growing those players into absolute monsters within EA's new game, FIFA 17. If you don't know who I am, my name is Cutzy and I have been specialising my YouTube channel in this sort of thing since FIFA 13. Now, I'm not going to treat you like idiots. Searching up this video gives me enough of a suggestion that you have the knowledge of the Youth Academy within the FIFA games, so no novice stuff here. We'll be talking about certain improvements and problems when developing your career mode Youth Academy. The early access has been out since last night and I've worked all the way through the night to make sure what I'm about to tell you is precise. What you'll be seeing in the background is the Red Diamond youngsters progressing over the course of just 12 months. So to begin with, the youth staff have much more variety about them. The class difference between a 1-star scout and a 5-star has widened. That's not to mean bad youth staff can't find gems, they're just less frequent. A negative is that the amount of Youth Academy players that have a blank picture instead of a generated face you normally see has increased. This is then countered by the fact that you can see the player faces or lack of before signing them up to the Youth Academy. When searching for any type of player, my scouts seem to have trouble finding centre backs. Asking for a physically strong player fixes that issue. As for the other scouts in the game, those trying to find youth talent from other clubs, they seem a bit better at their job this year. I put all the best players in the world into my J-League side, and when Buffon retired, it couldn't have been more than 4 months until my scouts found his regen. That's quite impressive. Since we've touched on regens, I need to point out the fact that the strikers still have better crossing than finishing. Obviously something that can be addressed by the wonderfully overpowered training system, but it's still an annoyance. Goalkeeper training is still the best way for you to make money quickly on the game mode. Boost those lads between the sticks and you'll get greatly rewarded. Weak foot and skill moves on the whole look normal, forwards have more stars than defenders, although wingers with absolutely no weak foot do appear. As for in-game, the players seem to have a much more professional feel to them. First touch and passing has come along tremendously since the last game. And now let's talk about the big thing, physical growth. For years it has ruined the potential of so many players, but now I'm glad to tell you that from my initial play, it seems to have been fixed. It got to a stage last year where I was sticking to a golden formula that brought up players that could grow physically. 16-year-olds must not grow above 60 and 17-year-olds above 65. Well, thankfully that's all gone. The best example of this absolute game changer is the lad Isaac Lewis. By the age of 18, he's already a 77 rated player with acceleration and sprint speed at 74, and they're still growing. Lewis was promoted at 59 overall but grew to a 66 overall when he was still 16 years old. The formula I kept to last year would have had him down as someone to avoid. But now, the game is more realistic and higher overall players will grow in physicals too. My experience playing the game tells me that the youngsters will, as a whole, have lower overall ratings compared to those on FIFA 16. I doubt we'll see many 70 plus players come through the academy without the use of the training feature. This is a good thing, however. Instead of waiting months to see your promising youth player go up by 1 overall, you now see a more frantic and interesting rise to the top. This is the year many of us have been waiting for. It has made me even more excited to pick up the game properly next week. If you are new to the channel and believe this guide has helped you out slightly or given you a better understanding of what is to come in FIFA 17, then please consider subscribing to the channel. My career mode series Youth Squad Legends takes Youth Academy and regen players and makes them into heroes. It's definitely worth a watch if you are into this sort of thing. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.